Alrighty, hey everyone, so welcome back. We've got another review today and I'm excited to give this a go. This is a bike I've never ridden before. I like them. I think it's always been a bike that's appealed to me, especially the new shape. I think from 2017 I've always enjoyed it. They always get the colorway so nice. So this is the 2021 GSXR1000RR. We've got the upgraded big piston front forks with adjustable shower. I think at the back there's also some clever adjustable goodies at the back. Yeah, so I think that's how you distinguish them. I'm sure the colorway also. You got the cool LED daytime running lights. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the blue and the sort of the black piece there. Yeah, I really like it. I think everybody sort of dislikes how big Suzuki likes to put a big rear silencer on, but Euro emissions. This sounds pretty cool. It sounds nice. It's not terrible. It's not like a vacuum cleaner, so that's cool. So if you do buy it and you have to stick around with the stock pipe, it's not going to be the end of the world. It just looks really big. It's got 8,000 Ks on it. Thank you, Suzuki South Africa, and all the people around that for allowing us to test ride the bike. This is a pretty cool bike. I mean, it really is pretty. I love the rear end of these bikes. You know, those can always go, but the rear end of the bike is really nice. The sun on the blue paint is amazing. I always like this front end with the way they've developed over the years, how the front end looks, and it's gone smaller with the light and the two big vents. So I'm a big fan. I do like it. So this is from what I understand, there's not been a huge amount of development since 2017. I think there is some small changes in the motor. I think the stroke and bore has changed a little bit. Could be wrong. Don't quote me, but from what I understand, there's some small changes. These bikes are pretty cool on the street. You know, the short bit I've ridden it, it's not terrible. It doesn't feel sort of overly sharp. I'm not over the front, sort of like a Panigale type feeling. That they kind of sort of, their rake is quite aggressive. This is a bit more streetable. It feels good. There's a specific system on here that's supposed to help with low RPM, like sort of urban driving. I haven't really felt it work, but I'm sure I will. So typical leader bike's got a set of Brembos front and rear, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. No, it's got NISM at the back. So it's got Brembos at the front. Not that I use the rear brake very much, so it don't really matter, but it does feel quite nice. We'll see a bit later when it's a bit warmed up and we're going a bit quicker. We'll see how sharp it is, but they do feel good. Steel braided lines I think is new. I'm not sure how new, but full braided. Yeah, up and down quick shifter, 3 rider modes, ABC, up to 10 on traction. So Suzuki's, one of Suzuki's kind of people that aim at them about this is the dashboard. Still kind of like that monochrome feel. Pretty much every other bike out there now is TFT. For whatever reason they've stuck to it for, I'm not sure why. Look, some people it's a thing, some people it's not a thing. Again, people's choice. Very simple to use. It's got a mode button, it's got up and down. It really doesn't just, it's not rocket science. And you know, there's videos out there that you can go and look at and see how these things work, but pretty simple. It's fly-by-wire. Sad thing is no cruise control. Again, everybody's like, oh, why do you need cruise control on a sport bike? Well, if you've ever done 200, 300, 400 Ks in a day and you have the option of cruise control, trust me, you'll enjoy it. That's about it for the rambling. This is just going to be a first ride review. We're going to take it for a ride, just, you know, some slow. At the end of the day, 90%, 95, 98% of the people are going to buy this and not track it. It's going to be in the garage. It's going to be a Sunday bike. Some might use it for other things, and that's great, but it's not going to, it's all about how it feels in typical environments rather than what it is like on the track. There's plenty of people that have the expertise that could take you through what it is like as a track bike. Probably gotta put some fuel in this. But right, we're on our way for first ride. First thing I noticed is that it's at 4,000 RPM and it's in 6th gear, and it's got quite a bit of bottom, so that's nice. So I understand there's been work done on the bottom and mid-range, and you can sure feel it, like it's really good. But I must say the standout feature at the moment is certainly this quick shifter. It is just super smooth, like just really nice. And yeah, it's nice. It feels balanced. It's everything I kind of thought it would be. I thought it would be nice. Like I kind of had the instinct that being on one of these would be nice. Easy to pull away. Clutch is awesome. You see the traction control just comes on so easy. I don't know if it's the setting that it's so high that it's like super sensitive. Not sure why it does that. I'll have to read up. But as you can see, 6th gear, 116 k's an hour. I can just open up and there she goes. You know, definitely high up, definitely got the power to get you out of anything, overtake, that kind of thing. Really nice, really nice, really smooth throttle. I like it, I really do. Seating position, like I said earlier when I first showed you guys pictures or video, was the seating position isn't terrible. Certainly not over the bars too much, and my legs are not too tucked underneath me. It's not uncomfortable. Seat's not particularly hard or soft. So overall, for a street, again, you know, I'm talking to being on the street, this is a great machine. It feels good. It's got a clip-on style handlebars, also in a great position. Mirrors are typical superbike. You got to kind of, like, you know, I'm not skinny, so got to dip your elbow to see behind you, but otherwise not too bad. There's no huge vibration from them so far or anything weird. I can see the screen. Look, everything I can see perfectly clear. There's absolutely nothing hidden. I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's not, again, it's not terrible. So I can't really say that it's bad. It's just not TFT or color like everybody else is going and have done for a number of years now. So like I said, I think it's probably where it will lose its marks, simply because of innovation and nothing to do with functionality. I mean, yes, on the new ones we're gonna get Bluetooth and sort of turn by turn navigation, and you know, again, these are the things you got to consider when purchasing these. The bike has to suit you. Some guys are in it for just the pure trackability or simplicity of it. They don't want too much to have to look at, and the bike must just go, and then this is for you. At least we got tar here. Last time there wasn't, so lucky us. Suspension, look, I seem to be on nice roads, so far the suspension is great. It's a typical superbike suspension, and I'm sure if I sat twiddling with, you know, compression and rebound front and rear, I could probably go and do that. But yeah, we're on a new road, so it feels pretty great. But we'll go on some of the roads I know that I use and see how she feels there. Okie dokie, I'm back. So I came out here to good old faithful the Stakfontein area. We're under lockdown, so we can't really leave Gauteng. I suppose that's subjective depending on the what risk you feel like taking. So a couple things I've discovered on the way and getting here. I was a little over complimentary on the front brake. Too soft for me. Definitely I'm a one finger guy when I ride, and it's always resting on the front brake, sort of just touching, and I definitely felt the harder I braked, it was a bit more spongier than I like it to be. Again, so everything I say is subjective. You definitely need to make your own choice. This is if somebody's just reviewing one and you're in South Africa or wherever, and you know, you want to review the videos like I do. Anything I buy, I probably watch 100 videos before I buy it. drives like it grabs, but it feels like after I've grabbed it a couple times, it's not as sensitive or as sharp as it should be. So I'm not a big fan of that, but I think that's a very Japanese thing, Japanese bike thing. Yeah, traction control modes, eh? Again, it's probably because of the mode I'm in. I don't need to go faster than this. This is not my bike. I think these tires are sketchy. I'm not going to go much further or faster, especially when there's so many cyclists around and it's winter and the roads are cold. So you want to watch guys screaming these things down highways, there's plenty for you to watch. But it's it's manageable. What are we at? 12 degrees outside, which means on the bike it's like 6 degrees. It's vrek koud, but not too bad, manageable. It still has a nice sound. Still has for a stock pipe, I must say it's a nice sound. I like the narrow sort of front part of this bike, looking from the cockpit down. What bike is it that's super wide? Oh, the Hayabusa, that's coming. It feels so wide, but can't wait to get on that. That's coming. That review is coming. That one's going to be a bigger review. We're going to hopefully have more time with the bike. We don't get these bikes for too long, so it's not as easy to put, you know, people to follow me and do fancy camera footage. So we're doing the best we can in the current circumstances, but I believe end of the year is when you're gonna see the new Busa out available for sale. I understand a lot of them have been pre-sold. It's a popular, obviously there's a huge following on that bike, and the pictures don't do that bike justice. You see that bike in person, I don't care if you're not a Busa fan, it's pretty, like it's good looking, and you'll appreciate it in person. We've done a bang up job to get that bike to look nice, and it'll be amazing to ride. It's a bike, it's an era I didn't grow up in. I wasn't sort of, you know, I kind of missed that era. I'm not sure where I was or what I was doing as a kid, but Busas, you just know Busas. I don't know much about them, Gen 1, Gen 2, but it's a bike I've always wanted to ride, and I'm hopefully be lucky enough to ride the new one and test that for you. That'd be cool. But back to this, I do like what I'm seeing. I think it's also the R1s. Can't remember. It just feels too big. I know the big bang in the front, it just felt so wide in the front that I wasn't comfortable. Didn't like that, but I like this sort of slim feeling. The bike is slim. It's not too slim like it feels like you're on a bicycle, but it's nice. And I certainly put this up as one of the more comfortable super bikes, sort of straight off the floor, that you can buy. Definitely surprised me in that category. It's not overly stiff, it's not super soft, so it seems like this bike kind of fits in that category where it does everything good, like it just kind of covers everything in a good rating. But in an excellent rating, I think that's where maybe, you know, the mods help, sort of the pipe, the brake master cylinder, you know, maybe look at gearing, because you get through the gears real quick on this bike. I mean, it just, yeah, it's a revy bike. So maybe gearing, depending on how you like to ride and where you ride, you know, so some subtle changes will probably take that average up and make it more than average. And it's so sad to say a bike like this, you know, with the ability it has nowadays, that you go average, but the competition is so big. So you got the new R1s, which is more a facelift, but they're nice, sound amazing. The new Aprilia's just come out, also triple the price probably. Talking about price, I'll pop it up here somewhere, price. And then probably power figures, because everybody likes to know what power the bike makes. So power figures and price. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of the cheaper ones. We'll see up there. So yeah, it takes a little bit just to take it, like I say, it's not average, it's good. It's a good bike. It feels good. It feels great underneath me. The quick shift is butter, absolutely buttery smooth. And look at the speed I'm able to kind of go over these without too much fuss. So, you know, it just sounds great, and there the power kicks in. You know, it just feels so good. So I might change my mind from all good to all pretty good, because it's pretty damn good. I like this. I definitely like this. Like I say, the heated grips, the cruise control, there's just these little touches, but other than that, like again, it's what you want and your budget and what type of bike you want to be on. This is just a good machine. And the problem is, I just like every bike. I'm a big fan of all bikes. Like, I just love every bike. So it's always so hard for me to critique these things when they're just so good. So it's hard. It's hard. I'm a bike whore. Sorry, beep that out. I'm a bike whore. I like all bikes. And this color just, wow, man, so good. Let's not hit the bicycle in front of me. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, it's his steering damper. Oh yeah, everyone's got to have steering dampers nowadays. You see, now we come into a bumpy section, dropping the gears. It's just so easy. Like, there's no fuss. Let's put it that, it's a no fuss bike. Let's put it that way, except for the traction control. I probably suck at reviewing first rides. Honestly, I think this bike will have everything anybody would ever want, and anybody would want more than this. You probably got a lot of experience and been on these bikes for very, very long, but honestly, there's just no reason to have. Well, it is crisp, it's clean, it's easy, it's light. It's just, yeah, it's cool. Look, it gets thumbs up from me. I don't know if my opinion matters, but thumbs up from me. Really, really cool. Definitely be on my list of bikes to buy. And I think Suzuki, you know, although are criticized for not changing a bike, you'll find that maybe they've done little bits and pieces, the throttle, with the motor, maybe little touches here and there. I mean, Aprilia did that for 10 years, and probably, I think they've only just done an all new model now. But essentially, Aprilia has done this for 10 years, and they had success with a phenomenal machine. So there's no reason why it's always a bad thing, you know. Somebody would go, that's the shape I want, and I want a new one, and you get to get that. So there's definitely some positives. But guys, thanks for watching. Again, not a hugely technical review, not a you know, scientific breakdown of everything, and I'm not a pro rider. I can't take your knees scraping through the turns. But it just gives you an idea, if you buy the bike, what you're in for, what it looks like, what it feels like. There's no real vibration on the bars, there's no vibration on the mirrors. The screen is better than most stock screens. The screen is better than most stock ones, I would definitely say. When you tuck it, it works. A lot of the bikes come with really flat ones, but you probably want a bigger one anyway. Most guys will do that. But bubble screen, slip-on exhaust, you don't need the rest, just a slip-on will be good. Maybe a tail tidy, set everything up your way, suspension, that kind of thing. And if you really want more, flash it or get a plug and play or whatever. There's plenty of options out there for them. But you know, on what we ride today, on the roads we ride today, if you're just going to be a street rider, this is more than enough. Really, really more than enough. And I like it, definitely on my list. So yeah, thanks for watching, and look out for some more videos. We're doing this out of passion. There's no how do I say, monetary value. Nobody's sponsoring it, nobody's, you know, giving us anything to do this except the bike, which is fantastic. Thank you again, Suzuki. Thank you for allowing us to ride the machine and give our thoughts on it. This is just a passion. We're local, we got one camera, one mic, and one pupil on a bike. You know, just give it a thumbs up, give it a like, tell your friends about it. It just helps, you know. The more views, it just helps the magazine for SA motorcyclists. You know, the guys work really, really hard just to get some advertisements going and get an online magazine, and you know, it's important. So it really just takes 2 seconds. So anyway, none of that. Subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, click the bell, whatever it is. Enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Ooh, that's a rough road. And catch you on the next review. Thanks.